We've mentioned it all day here, Logan. On Big Ten Plus, Iowa leads 84-42, but a lot of shoes to fill in for the players, but also Jan Jensen.
Yeah, exactly. Jan Jensen literally putting the mantra, we got next, into this team. She's along in the ride with all these newcomers into the team, so she's really having to find her role and find what she's really good at in coaching. But, I mean, she's been here so long, it should be coming pretty easy to her as she knows the culture and everything that comes along with Iowa basketball. So.
And Stolke driving, a charge call there on Stolke, so going the other way. But we just saw Lisa Bluter in attendance here at Carver Hawkeye Arena, taking in exhibition from her old team and former associate Jan Jensen. So your push off from Hannah Stolke is where we get that charge call. So we'll mop up the floor real quick. A huge exhibition game, first bit of action in this journey. And we took a break there, you could barely see it, but a player down from Missouri Western, that's number 10, Laura Tafali. And she's coming off the floor under her own power, but pretty slowly, so hoping all is okay there. Tafali from Italy, transferred in from Kennesaw State, and she played every game last season for KSU. So, you know, they say sometimes the best ability is availability, hoping that she still has that here from Missouri Western. Back now to action on the court here at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Right wing, shot is a little short, too much backspin there for number 42, Cassandra Karen. Down to the block, Hannah Stolke, a quick basket, the first one to the fourth quarter.
One of the things she does best right on display there, beats every single person down the court and gets a free layup because of it.
She's back as the leading scorer. 1 point behind Benila with 19. Stolke's at 16, which would be 3. Promise I can do math sometimes. If we take another look here again, a beautiful pass down from Taylor McCabe, a great read. So exactly what you want to see, all-encompassing offense, not just scoring buckets, but finding your open teammates. Jaden Schomp with it now, pass back to Shep. Quick jab step there. Across court now to the left wing, longer three-pointer, just rims out from Reeker. Lucy Olsen down the Stolke, left block, foul call, just misses the layup, so she'll see 2 at the free throw line.
Really like seeing that quick decision making from Stolke there, getting the ball immediately, knowing exactly where she's going to go, puts it on the ground, able to get the ball up, unable to get it in, but I mean, she goes to the free throw line again for her 5th free throw of the day, excuse me, sorry. Soon to be 7.
She'll get the first one to fall. After this, you can assume substitutions coming in. The second one has to find its way in. It will. 2-for-2 performance there from Stolke as she'll be subbed out with 4 fouls. And Tegan Malini will find herself back on the floor. Big applause here from Hannah Stolke, as that might have been it on her day. So now Missouri Western going the other way. Driving inside, Lucy Olsen there on defense. They'll call a reaching foul there on number 33 for Iowa. Another quick note as Stolke was subbed out. It's interesting, her mom, Joanna Mantz, obviously, as a kid here in Iowa, but she also played collegiate basketball, and you'll never guess where, Logan. She played at Missouri Western, so gotta wonder what team she's sporting, you'd think, Logan.
Yeah, it's a good little connection there.
Steal there, Kylie Fearback going the other way, pass to the other block, O'Grady finds it in for the layup. A huge pass there from Fearback, and Addison O'Grady, music to these fans' ears. Her 8th point of the day. The 3-pointer going the other way, just finds the back of the rim, tipped away from McCabe. And back out for a second chance. Missouri Western from the right wing again, this time off the front of the rim. Lucy Olson finds her way off the sideline, going up, and a charge call there on Lucy Olson. Interesting charge call there.
I think she just leaned that shoulder down a little bit into the Missouri Western defender, and that's why the ref called it. But we see here the transition from Iowa. Great defense by Feuerbach. Finds a bounce pass into a Grady who's running the court really well and puts away the layup.
Celissa Bonilla putting it back in play. Just under 8 minutes remain in this contest here between Missouri Western and Iowa. Shot from the corner. Misses everything. Lucy Olson now going the other way as she crosses the halfway point. McCabe now from three-point land. Rebound by Hayden. Screen set, Lucy Olson mid-range off the front of the rim. Rebound saved by Missouri Western. Sepp charging quickly. Now on the baseline, pass is intercepted and a charge call there on Missouri Western, number 22, Jessica Ford.
Again, good defense from Feuerbach, keeping her feet moving, not getting too physical with her, and draws that charge.
Good set there we see from Kylie Feuerbach as Ford will now take a spot on the bench with 4 fouls. Iowa leads 90-42 in the opening contest of the 2024-25 journey. Olsen now from the corner, pops one, will not connect. Shep working quickly the other way. Looking towards the right side, Jaden Schomp will miss again. 11 for 28 day. 10 for 38 day from Missouri Western from three-point land, but that one, another air ball. This one, Tegan Mullaney, who we've seen connect a few times. Feuerbach doesn't hit the net again. Hayden's right there to put it back up. Third chance for 2 points.
Well, ended up being a great pass for Hayden to put that away, I guess.
That's exactly what you would call it, right? A pass?
Yep.
That's what I say when I'm playing in the backyard. Everyone knows I don't hit anything. Bonilla now holds up with 2 defenders in her face. Drive inside and another foul called, and we're getting a little ticky-tacky here in the fourth quarter as Iowa holds on to a 50-point lead. An appropriate call nonetheless, but something we were not seeing much in that first or second quarter, Logan.
Yeah, for sure. The refs are keeping it a little bit tighter now. We've seen a few physical plays, and they're really just making a point to call anything that they could even think about being a foul. So
Biszkowska at the line for the Griffins. She'll connect on both of them. A transfer from Tarleton State, nicknamed Gosha, but interesting note on her. Uncle was a professional wrestler, but her sister Joanna competes in the Women's Professional League for basketball in her home country of Poland. So a lot of good basketball in that family. She finishes there. Callie Levine with the ball as she just was subbed in for Iowa. Spins around, she'll connect the mid-range shot from close range. Her first points as a Hawkeye.
And you really like to see that confidence from a freshman who's able to drive, get in there, and then not panic and kick it out because there's no one around her, but she figures it out that no one's around her and then puts a shot up and makes it. So
travel there for number 30, Marie Sepp. But with that shot from Callie Levine, everyone that has been on the floor today for Iowa besides Jada Gyamfi, who just subbed in, has scored. So we'll see if Gyamfi can finish that out and continue spreading the love on the scoreboard. She's got the ball right now, signaling Levine to go down. Back to Gyamfi in the corner. Hard pass inside to A.J. Ediger. And a travel as she was tied up with Shep and Schomp.
Yeah, just dribbled into some trouble there and couldn't figure out her feet and maybe shuffled it a little bit. Gets a travel called on her.
Bonilla now working towards the left side, hands the ball off. Sepp working left. And a charge call there away from the ball. So a turnover there from Missouri Western. That one called on Jaden Schomp. That's her 4th of the day. Gyamfi has it. The right side working in the lane. Puts it up off the glass. She's in. Her first 2 points, and everyone for Iowa has scored tonight. Bonilla quickly on the other side. The Griffins trail by 52, and they throw one away. A miscommunication there between Somfali. Good to see her back on the court. She was injured. And now a timeout on the floor. Our final media timeout of this exhibition contest. Jada Gyamfi extending the lead to 52 as she gets her first points of the game. Iowa has allowed everyone to score, spreading out the love as we take a break here on Big Ten Plus. Iowa up by 52 against the Missouri Western Griffins. Colin Crithers alongside Logan Mole. Bring you tonight's contest on Big Ten Plus. We thank you for joining us, and as we bring up the score, a little different than this Missouri Western team is used to. Last season winning the MIAA, or Mid-American Intercollegiate Athletics Association regular season championship. Their first one's in 2016, 6th in program history, but last season, their exhibition game, they played a D1 team, and they won 65-57, that one against Missouri State, so a little different than what they're used to.
Yeah, Missouri Western's had a pretty good history these last few years. And last year, really a good year. Like you said, regular season championship. They scored over 100 many times. In one game, Kansas Christian, they beat 147-16. That is not incorrect. That was the actual score of the game, 147-16. So they're used to blowing teams out, maybe not being on the receiving end of blowouts like this, though, so maybe in a little bit of a bad spot. But, I mean, you're playing one of the best teams that's ever existed, minus Caitlin Clark, obviously. So to be expected. They didn't have a whole lot of expectations coming into this. It's more about just building chemistry, building confidence, getting those little things ironed out for the rest of the season.
131-point win. My goodness, we accidentally just put a team on blast there, Logan. But back to action now after the media timeout. Jada Gyamfi doesn't pull up, drives inside, almost dribbles it away. Callie Levine, she'll hit from three-point land. The freshman, a huge shot. Iowa 1 point away from triple digits.
And Levine now able to score off her scoring ability. Really a great scorer at the high school level, and wondered how it was going to translate because Iowa 3A is not maybe that top level of competition you'd say around the country, but I mean, she's looking good right now.
Ellison off the block, misses, out of bounds off Missouri Western, Iowa ball. We're talking about Levine, who's going to bring the ball back in play at the Solon High School here in Iowa. And you mentioned a huge score, 2 for 2 on the day already. Second player in all of Iowa according to Prep Girls Hoop. 2024 Miss Iowa basketball. All the fans asking for Jada Gyamfi to shoot it. Mulaney will instead off the back of the rim. Bonilla working the other way. Just under 4 minutes remain here in regulation. She'll pull up with Levine in her face. Still at the top of the key. Bonilla thought about shooting it. Will pass it away to Ellison. And contact made there. Foul called on Jada Gyamfi. Another interesting note between Gyamfi and Callie Levine as we talk about the two prospects for Iowa. I guess one prospect, one returner. Callie Levine wearing number 32. She wore number 23 in high school because Michael Jordan is her idol. Of course, the GOAT is her idol, but she flipped the 32 because Gyamfi already wearing that number, respecting a veteran on this team. But Levine, Iowa Miss Basketball, high school state champ, as you were bringing up, Logan.
Yeah, let's see if she keeps 32 throughout her college career. Maybe goes back to that Michael Jordan number once it gets free.
I wouldn't blame her whatsoever, but right now it's working well as number 32 as she's 2 for 2 on the day. Gyamfi, though, from three-point land just rims out. Rebound by Mulaney. And rebound again from Ediger. And a foul called on the Griffins. I believe number 33, Biszkowska.
Mulaney really making her presence known along with Edinger. Iowa just has a lot of big bodies, and Missouri Western maybe lacking in that area, so they've really been able to put their presence in the post and make things happen. See there, getting rebounds on rebounds and putbacks on putbacks.
As you mentioned that foul, Małgorzata Biszkowska from Poland. Now Stremlau bringing it back in. Pass is intercepted, working the other way. Layup is good. She won't let the footsteps interfere. Biszkowska up to 4 points. Biszkowska, excuse me, up to 4 points. Stremlau off the screens. Pass down low and just a miscommunication. Mulaney stopping on the block.
Caitlin Clark-esque pass right there. Teammate not ready for it. Goes out of bounds. Saw that a lot in the WNBA this season if you've been keeping up. But yeah, like I said earlier in the season, Jen Jensen has said that Stremlau has those kind of capabilities to make passes like that. So her player or her teammates have got to get on the same page, and that would have been a layup for Tegan Mulaney there, but just not ready for it.
Back and forth on the left side continues. A nice game of hot potato, finally swung around to the right side. Now in the corner, back to Bonilla. She'll take it herself in. Pass to the corner, Ellison, a three off the back of the rim. Rebound there, almost lost by Iowa. Stremlau takes it herself. Levine, three-pointer. Her first miss as a Hawkeye. Stremlau spinning around, trying to find anyone open. Pass is stolen. Now Biszkowska takes it all the way coast to coast. Will miss the layup. Second chance for Missouri Western. Will find the net. It's Kelsey Johnson for two, her first points of the evening. Jada Gyamfi wide open, pops a three off the front of the rim. Now Gyamfi's 0 for 5 from three-point land. Bonilla taking herself, will lose the ball on her way up, no foul. Now Stremlau going the other way. Whistle blown as I believe we'll take a minute to let Bonilla sub out. We'll see a foul still called on Gosha Biszkowska. As you heard it, of course, her actual name, Małgorzata Biszkowska, but they call her Gosha around Missouri Western. Tegan Mulaney at the free throw line. Her first one is good. 2 for 3 on the day from the charity stripe as she hits 14 points, looking for 15. And she'll get it, 15 points for the freshman. That's second on the team, only trailing Hannah Stolke with 18.
Iowa also has 5 players in double digits, which is something that you might be seeing a lot more from them this year.
A huge three-pointer deep there from Rieker, her first points of the evening.
There's a lot of points to make up for with Caitlin Clark leaving. Obviously, we've talked about it time and time again, but
Stremlau, the ad one, excuse me, Tegan Mulaney, the ad one there. She just threw it up, and she'll send herself back to the line, following up, reaching triple digits for this team.
Tegan Mulaney making her case to get as much playing time as she possibly can. I mean, it's hard to argue with what you're seeing right now. She's been one of the better players on the court for both teams, and it's really nice to have freshmen who are as confident as these Iowa freshmen seem. You don't really ever see that with teams where they just step in immediately and have these kind of impacts that they're looking at having right now.
Mulaney's free throw is good. Points 14 and 15. Put this team in triple digits, and now she's tied the team lead at 18 points. Mulaney, 64th overall prospect coming into this year from ESPN. And now a long three there, rims out for number 42, Cassandra Karen. Stremlau taking herself up the left side. Reverse layup finds its way in. Iowa, 106-53 lead. And Callie Levine got a little too anxious there, and a foul was called on the back half of the court.
What a great drive from Stremlau, as we see right here. A little hesitation, goes to the reverse layup, finishes with the right hand, beautiful. No chance for a defender to block that, swat that away, and really just all-around great play from these Iowa freshmen.
Well, it's Sepp at the free throw line. First one will not connect. But Mulaney, we brought up Levine, second player in Iowa. Mulaney, second player in Wisconsin from Prep Girls Hoop. But now a timeout called as Iowa leads 106-53. We'll stay right here as we're under a minute remaining in the fourth quarter. I mean, we've talked about so many good stuff from Iowa, some decent stuff from Missouri Western. They're trying to make some connections, but quickly as teams break their huddles, what are some things you've loved from this game, Logan, just in general?
Well, Bonilla's really impressed me today. Been one of the best players on the court. Definitely the best player for Missouri Western, always making things happen for herself and her teammates. And then Iowa, all the newcomers impressing really well. And this isn't even the full Iowa team. We still have Aaliyah Guyton, who's a freshman, very highly touted freshman, coming in for that backup point guard spot maybe. And then obviously Sydney Falter, who came on really strong at the end of the season last year for Iowa's postseason run. Isn't back yet, but will be hopefully within the next couple of weeks for them. So, I mean, Iowa's looked really good offense, defense, everywhere, but they can still even get better with the players that have returning soon.
Sepp now 1 for 4 from the free throw line. Now on the block, A.J. Ediger extends this Iowa lead. 108-54. It's Marie Sepp. Long three again. Off the front of the rim. Gyamfi has it. 1-on-1 in the backcourt. A reaching foul there. Cassandra Karen. 30.7 seconds remain here as Iowa has doubled this Missouri Western score, 108-54.
Really impressive. They've started doubling them from like 40 to 20, and they've kept that pace up all the way. It's really impressive to see teams do that. It's not very often where you see teams with 100 points doubling the other team. So just a really outstanding performance from Iowa today.
And it's not like you can just go 1 for 1 to continue doubling it up the way. You've got to continue taking that lead, and just shows us, to your point, Logan, the all-around consistency on offense and defense. And from Jada Gyamfi at the line, connecting on both of them. She's 2 for 2 there at the charity stripe on the day. 1 second difference between the shot clock and play clock here. Whistle blown, and we'll see a blocking call on Iowa. That'll send Marie Sepp back to the line for free throws number 5 and 6.
Good drive by her, but it looked like she maybe hooked the defender with her arm a little bit there to get her around her. Not called by the referees. They maybe thought that defender was getting a little bit too physical, but I saw an arm hook around. Not called.
The Albany transfer now 1 for 5. The second one will connect though, so 2 for 6 evening at the free throw line. Shot clock is erased. And fans are now on their feet here at Carver Hawkeye Arena, and getting loud as Iowa will take home the first exhibition of the season before starting regulation play in about a week. Stremlau dribbles it out, clock hits 0, and Iowa wins 110-55 to start a new era of Iowa basketball. 6 new players, and Jan Jensen now at the helm take down Missouri Western, Ashton Feldhaus, and Alyssa Bonilla. A really good performance overall today. A lot of questions coming in this season, especially since Iowa, not even ranked in the preseason polls, have 5 freshmen, and proved today that they're all more than worth it.
Yeah, this was a perfect game for Iowa. All of the newcomers doing really well, even the returners, stepping in their new roles, hitting all the shots they needed to, playing really well on defense. Like I said, perfect day for Iowa basketball, and I think they're definitely going to be proving people wrong outside of Iowa, and this Iowa fan base has a really exciting team on their hands.
You see the team now celebrating in the middle of the court, and I mean, this is what it's all about for the Iowa team. We keep bringing up those question marks. You got to think about how hard they worked in the offseason to implement some new things with Jan Jensen, who still probably kept things pretty similar with the Lisa Bluter era, but still adjustments to be made, and then having all that work with new chemistry, losing, as we've brought up, Caitlin Clark, one of the best collegiate players of all time, Gabby Marshall, one of the better defenders, the glue girl, Kate Martin, amongst others, and then bringing in 5 freshmen, just a lot of new stuff for Iowa working in the offseason.
Yep, newcomers doing their jobs today, really putting their skills on show for this Iowa fan base and showing them what they can bring to the table.
Well, now we'll send to the sideline reporter Joel Keller to talk to the player of the game, Hannah Stolke.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Iowa forward Hannah Stolke. Hannah, how does it feel to be back out on the court playing healthy?
Yeah, it feels great. I'm super excited to be here. Glad the fans showed up and showed out like they always do, and it was a lot of fun playing together, all of us.
Yeah, what was it like with that this new look Hawkeye team?
Yeah, we still got some things to work on for sure, but I think coming out right away and getting this under our belt was really good for us.
Thank you, Hannah. We'll go to Jan Jensen here.
She's working her way over, Joel. So you see an embrace between the two.
Hi, Coach. Good to see you too. What was it like to walk out on this court in front of fans as the head coach?
You know, it's kind of surreal, right? I spent 24 years here as an assistant with the great Lisa Bluter, so it just seemed surreal, but same but different. But I was just so touched that everybody was so fired up for me to be the head coach. But it's always been about the whole group effort, and it was so fun to see these guys come out and do what they should have done, right? But it was fun. I wish they'd all be this easy, right?
And what did you like about this team that's not going to show up in that box score?
You know, I just thought they really hustle a lot. Every position, they're just always scrappy. And they really are for each other. Like, there's nobody that's trying to get theirs or that's down if they make a mistake on themselves. They're down for everybody else. Does that make sense? They feel bad that they've let everybody else down. Not so much that their stat sheets is going to have too many turnovers or not enough makes. It's more like, oh, sorry, guys. And that doesn't show up in the stat sheet, but eventually it should show up in a lot more wins.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yeah, have a good one.
Yep.
And Colin and Logan, I'll go back to you.
Thank you, Joel. Some great stuff there from Jan Jensen, a new era, but again, as she mentioned, some good stuff to work on from Hannah Stolke and some things they love that will not show up on the box score. Some good hustle as a little bit more than we just expected. A huge turnout from the freshman and transfer Lucy Olson. It's Colin Crithers, Logan Mole, and Joel Keller alongside our entire Big Ten Plus crew bring you today's coverage in Carver Hawkeye Arena. Iowa starts their 2024-25 campaign with a big win. We'll see you next time on Big Ten Plus.